Hello everyone and welcome back to Unboxed. Today we're going to take a look at our self-esteem and self-confidence. So, self-esteem is basically how we value and perceive ourselves. And this is based off of our opinions and the beliefs that we have, which can sometimes be very difficult to change, especially when those are negative. And of course, self-esteem can determine whether you like yourself or value yourself or not. Self-esteem is very crucial in determining whether or not we succeed or fail. And it's important because it really influences our life choices and determines whether we have a positive or negative outlook on life. If you have high self-esteem, then you're a bit more confident, you are a bit more open, you take more risks, you do more things, and you are not afraid. As if, for example, someone who's having low self-esteem and then they question everything they're doing and they're not sure and they're second guessing and their mind is filled with negative thoughts and it's just plagued by I can't do this, I'm not good enough, and so many other things. Self-esteem begins from childhood, and there's so many things that can impact it. Let's take a look at a few. Your thoughts and perceptions, how other people react to you, experiences at home, school, work, and in the community, illness, disability or injury, role in status in society, and media messages. Now, we often seek external validation, and we look to the opinions and thoughts and point of views of others about ourselves to determine how we feel about ourselves. And so growing up, if for example you're being compared to other people, you're being told that you're not good enough, that you could always do better, that this is okay, but you never made to feel like whatever you're doing is amazing, it is good enough, it is more than enough, and that you are more than enough, and that you don't always constantly need to do more and do better, and you are accepted for who you are, then it makes it easier for you to have higher self-esteem. Also, if you're coming from an environment where, for example, you can open up, you can talk, you can express what's wrong, you can say what's on your mind, you get helpful feedback, you're given constructive criticism and not in any derogatory way or so on, then that helps build up your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Now, when the opposite of all of that happens, and you're just being degraded and told so many negative things, and you're being compared, then you eventually start doing these things to yourself. So even if it stopped happening because other persons were doing it, then you are left with this conditioning that this is how I should think, this is what I should do, and you just automatically do it without actively saying, oh, I'm going to try and bring myself down. No, nobody says that, but you do it without realizing that you are actually doing it. Now, I want to remind you that what other people say about you and what other people think about you do not define you as a person. Your achievements, your accomplishments, your titles, everything, those don't actually define who you are as a person. Your morals, values, standards, principles, your characteristics, your qualities, that's what makes you you. Now, if you have all of those and you're an amazing person, then why should you listen to someone who has something negative to say about you? Why should you listen when someone is giving you a derogatory comment? Why should you allow someone's hurtful words to bring you down? Now, don't get me wrong. I know all of these things, you will automatically and inevitably have a feeling towards it. That instinctual, this hurt me, this made me angry, this upset me, it gets to you. But you cannot control that from happening. What you can control, however, is moving forward. So let's just say someone is saying something mean to you. You can either try to play it off as a joke or not take them seriously or tease along with them so that you are not taking it personally, right? I remember I saw this one time where somebody was being fat shamed, and the person said, yeah, well, the bigger you are, the harder it is to be kidnapped. And yeah, you know, some persons might laugh at that. The person may not genuinely feel that way, but the fact that you were able to, in the moment, just brush it off and say, you know what, I'm not going to allow this to get to me. You are in control of that. Then things would be so much easier, and having self-esteem and self-confidence begins right there.